Hey, my name's G. I work at Buzz Tattoo and Dancing. I'm 24 years old and I've been tattooing for 2.5 years now, nearly 3 years. Luckily it's my dad's shop. It's quite a hard industry to get your foot in the door with because there's so many people that want to do it now. I worked in retail for 5 years and then my dad sort of said it was nothing I saw myself doing a career in. So he turned around and was like, do you want to give it a go? Because I'd always been into art, and I kind of said, well, I'll give it a try and see how it goes, and luckily I loved it. I'm still doing it now. On myself, I only ever tattooed myself once, and it's a little red heart on my ankle. I've got a couple. I did on my brother actually. I've done a little armadillo here, which I really enjoyed because it's just unusual. I'm tattooing family is always quite, I don't know, it's scary, but it's a nice challenge. And I did a globe on the back of a girl's leg with some roses and stuff on, which was really nice. The colour pieces tend to be my favourite stuff to do. It's weird, I don't think I have a style, but everyone who comes to me is like, oh, I'm here because of your style. I do a lot of really fine line work stuff, like the stuff I did earlier, and then I'm also trying to go more down the neo-traditional route, so sort of muted colours with a lot of black and just like quite traditional roses and things like that. Other tattooists, massively, like if I go to a convention, it's so easy to see it as a kind of reason to give up when you see the work that's out there and how good everyone is, but I'm trying to see it as inspiration to push myself, and there's so many people that I admire that I kind of want to get to a stage where I can work alongside them. It's a form of art. Like, I like to think, the way I see it is if you see a tattoo on someone else, even if you wouldn't have it, if you can appreciate that it's well done, and then it's a form of artwork, and I think that's what's important with it. I like to have a basis, but if someone can give me freedom with it, it's going to be a nicer piece. I had a girl, she wanted a little red panda, a little sloth, and she just said that was all she said, and then she just let me have my style with it, like everything with it, and it turned out as one of my favourite pieces. So yeah, it always works better if they give you freedom. Oh, massively. Like, I've made some of my best friends through tattooing them. You'll obviously get people in the chair for 3 hours and you're going to learn a lot about them in that time, and also I suffer massively with anxiety, so I want to make the person in the chair feel as comfortable as possible because I know how scary it can be, and I don't want someone to come into a tattooist and feel intimidated. So I think it's important for them to trust me at the end of the day, because I'm putting something on them forever. But yeah, I think it's very important to have a good relationship with your client. I think at the end of the day, there's always going to be people that don't like them. I think because obviously they used to be related to quite a negative image, and obviously people got them done in prison and things like it wasn't a very, like, my mum had her first one when she was about, I think she was just turned 18, and it wasn't very common then. She used to get stared at in the street just for having 2 little fishes on her shoulder. So there will always be people that don't like them, but I think it's becoming more and more accepted. But I do think if, like, even still with getting things like your face tattooed, you're going to have people stare at you, and I think I don't think that will ever die out completely, so it is a thing people should be aware of when getting visible areas tattooed. It's getting that way, definitely. I think in jobs where you work with the general public, it can either show a bit of your personality or it can put people off who don't like them. I'd like to think that one day it would be a massively accepted thing, but I don't think it will ever be completely accepted. I don't know, I think maybe things like alternative modelling come a lot into it, and I think people do get covered for an image at a very young age because they think, well, it's going to make me look a certain way, But I also just think we're at a generation where a lot more people appreciate body art, and they know that it's their body, they can change it to the way that they want to change it. I mean, none of mine mean anything, I just have them because I think they look nice. So I like to think that girls are now thinking, well, I can do it because I just want a piece of artwork with me. Scary, obviously the anxiety side of it, I get very comfortable with what I'm doing, but my aim next year is to start guesting around the UK, and then I'd love to travel America and travel Canada with it. But I'm just taking one step at a time. I don't want to freak myself out too much, but I love it, and I'd like to, my main aim is to travel with it. That's always been my goal with it, so hopefully that's where I'll go next.